What's up guys, Evasion here and welcome back to another video. In today's video I have some more clips. I got some Holy Paladin Assassination Rogue clips as well as maybe a couple other short clips from, I got a subtlety clip and maybe a survival clip. But anyway, let's hop straight into these games and I really hope you enjoy this video. Alright, hopping into this first game here, we got a game against Windwalker Resto Druid. And yeah, we're definitely running it back at this point. Our MMR's probably still fairly low. We tanked quite a bit, and we decided to stop trying weird stuff and just get back on the horse. But anyway, we're going to start out on the monk here. We're going to be looking to blind the Resto Druid really early for his trinket. And the reason I started with a cheap shot and I go for an Envenom here is just to make this guy's health move so the Druid comes out of stealth. More experienced Resto Druids probably would have noticed that and not came out right away. But I get the blind. I poison knife the slow on the blind trinket. And I'm trying to wait for the stun for my paladin to get an LOS. I get a bop right there, so there's no way we're getting peeled here. And we got the Hodge coming off the kidney shot. It's going to be immediately crush. See you later. The main reason I was able to kill so quickly here is because I have a big on use badge, Gladiator's badge on, that blue buff up in the top. And also my paladin pops wings and helps me do a lot of damage. And also, oh, of course, the rest of the druid had trinketed already. So he gets absolutely crushed. Let's hop into another game. Alright, hopping into this next game here. We have a game against Resto Druid and Assassination Rogue. And the main thing I want to highlight here is the pure offensive power of my Holy Paladin running those 3 Indomitable Justice traits combined with, I believe, On Use Trinket and Wings and Holy Avenger. Basically, the Resto Druid is going to come in here and open up on me after I open on the Rogue. I just decided to human it right away to get my kidney shot out on him in cat form. And we're going to pop everything on him here. Basically, he should have probably just trinketed and hit bear form to counter this and bark skin, but at the same time, he didn't get it quick enough, and there's absolutely no way he's coming out of that. The burst damage from that is absolutely insane, and I'm definitely... I'd like to see more people on the ladder using the badge. I think it's really good. Alright, hopping into this next game, we have a game against Mage Rogue. And basically, the only reason I swapped Elaborate Planning here is I want to get a little bit more damage out on the Rogue. I'm not too worried about his healing ability, but at the same time, I still want Wound Poison to counter the healing he has between Crimson Vial, potentially Impassive Visage, and Resounding Barrier. I go for the Groat here to stop this Greater Pyro, and I wait till the very end so that the Rogue's going to go for his kidney shot still. I get the bop there out of a cheap shot. It was kind of aggressive on our part, and I wasn't able to click it off fast enough to stop the Mage from spell stealing it. We get Hodge off kidney, which is really important because it allows me to apply my Vendetta to the Rogue. I'm just trying to put damage down on him as best I can. Paladin stalls out as long as he can before needing to bubble. And he recovers a little bit of his HP and then plays extremely aggressive into the Rogue, who should have already been running away. But the Rogue is now kind of caught in a weird situation. We're running Blinding Light this game and force the Trinket out of the Rogue here, which is really good because the next time I'm able to connect to the Rogue, I get the final kidney shot. My Paladin runs into the bomb here, which delayed a global from that situation, and he's able to fake out the counterspell here very nicely and stop the Mage from killing him. Something to highlight about the Holy Paladin too is I feel like it's really important to find a good balance between offense and defense in 2v2 setting, as Holy Paladin's greatest strength in my opinion right now is the damage it can bring. As you notice on the scoreboard there, he did almost the same damage as me. Now I did get crowd controlled quite a bit, but you can get like 40k hammer, what is it called? Judgment, and absolutely unbelievable damage. Really fun to play with. Alright, hopping into the next game here. We got a game against Destruction, Warlock, and Resto Druid, and we played these guys a few times throughout the night, or morning, I guess, if it's like 8 a.m. And I think we win about half the time, but the only way we win is if we survive until really, really late dampening, and then we just come in and all in the Warlock. You can't really try to play this any other way, honestly, because I feel like Destruction Warlock damage is really scary, and it's hard to exchange with the Resto Druid coming in and potentially stunning with that Feral Affinity, so you have to be careful of that. But anyway, pretty much we have to pillar to like 50%, 55%, and then we're able to just crush this guy with our cooldowns. He drops Infernal there, and he gets Thorns. But we need to kill right here. We can't really afford not to, so I Cloak just to stop Thorns damage. I'm going to Vanish here off the end of Cloak and Sap off of Hodge. And I'm going to get back onto the Warlock. Basically, I'm just going to bomb here so we can't take Gateway as well. And he uses wall, and the rest of the druid's able to start healing him, but it's way too late. I get the blind off, forces him to trinket, but it delayed about probably 2 globals, and definitely put him a little bit more behind, so it was something. Get a kidney shot here to stop further bolts, and we're able to just run this guy down. And they were around 2300 MMR, so that definitely helped our MMR, helped us catch our rating back up, and let's hop into the next game. Okay, this next game here is against Elemental Shaman and Mistweaver. And basically, we lost these guys in a previous game, so we decided to change up and play it into a more setup-based style. And we get a Hodge onto the Mistweaver to start the game off. I sap the Shaman so he could come in, and we're going to go for a rep off that Hodge. And then basically, I'm going to go for the Garrote Kidney onto the Elemental Shaman. And I decided to human the first lasso just to keep up our aggression because the Paladin didn't have any way to stop it. We force out Bubble there from the Mistweaver and the Mistweaver's Trinket, so we keep riding him down. This game's going to be rather longer. Just trying to put out CC. We almost cheese him in the opener here with the Garrote, but they're able to stabilize between the Shaman playing pretty well, getting some heals off to himself, and putting out a Hex on me, which we can't dispel. At this point, we're just trying to run away. We want to keep playing for setups. We got to play through a lot more cooldowns to win this game since we didn't win right here. We're definitely playing from behind at this point, so definitely running away is the way to do it. I drag this Mistweaver LOS of the Shaman, even though Shaman doesn't have any way to stop it, and we go for a kidney shot and a full rep again at the same time. We force out the Elemental Shaman's Trinket, and we continue to ride down this Elemental Shaman. At this point here, we get the Hodge off, and just trying to stop. I tried to stop Hex there, but I missed the kick, fortunately, which made me have to force out Cloak. And I want to run away at this point because there's nothing we're going to do offensively. We just need to recover. Ring of Peace doesn't add combat there, so I'm able to get a re-stealth. Paladin tells me to run away. Conveniently, I get T-stormed away from them. And I'm just trying to LOS them without LOSing my Paladin too hard. And I get a nice little re-stealth here. Get some Garrote and a cheap shot to set up for another rep. But I get lassoed, so my Paladin heals me a little bit, and we don't get the rep right away. We get the rep right here with my kidney shot, and we get another setup. Get some good damage out here. We're getting near the end of this game, and at the same time, we force out another Cocoon because it's a rather low cooldown. Immediately back to the pillar, trying to reduce damage as best we can. My Paladin LOSs the Hex there, and back on the pillar. Back to the pillar. We're pillar boys this game, you know? And trying to get one more setup here. As soon as these DRs fall, we're trying to get one more quick go before the Monk's Trinket comes back. But we get delayed a little bit, and we don't quite get it off. So he's going to have Trinket back, but I have Blind to get it. We get the Hex out here on my Paladin, and it's going to delay our play a little bit longer. I go for the Blind right here, and they have Stormkeeper. I thought I was surely screwed right here, but Paladin gets some nice heals with the Aura Mastery on me. And we got the Trinket on Blind, and now all we need is one kidney and a rep on the healer, and we have the game won. I stopped the lasso instantly there. We get the Hodge into the rep here. I time the kidney so that the Shaman can't shock it or ground it, and at this point my Paladin just needs to help me do damage, and we get the kill. That was played much better on our part from a previous game that we had against them. We just tried to, I think we tried to all in the Monk, and it was on the same map. This map is really, really frustrating to play Monks with. You definitely need to try to avoid the stairs as best you can because they can make way better use of it than you can, especially with Ellie Shaman and having access to that Thunderstorm. So definitely look out for that. Anyway, let's hop into one more game, guys. Alright, for this last Rogue Holy Pally clip of the video, we are hopping into one last one against this Resto Druid Destruction Warlock. And in this game, we were getting absolutely worked. This was the last game of the night or morning at this point for us. And we definitely pulled out some shit to win this game. We were not meant to win this game. Destruction Warlock just gets off a nice bolt there on my Holy Pally. We're dangerously low. They're putting out good thorns to deny us from just training into it. I pretty much tell my Paladin at this point, I'm like, we gotta abuse these corners in the starting room. It's the only place we can go at this point. And as soon as I get out of this fear, I'm definitely stepping my Paladin. I got I had like 1,000 health there. I get Evasion off, and I'm just trying to tank this pet so I don't die to the pet. Forcing the Warlock to come in here. We just gotta abuse these corners as best we can. It's at 59% dampening, and if we're able to connect together when we get some cooldowns back up, we're gonna be able to score the kill. But surviving in this situation is really, really difficult because if he gets even off 2 bolts, it's pretty much going to kill either of us. It's hard to recover from this HP, and if that happens, we're not recovering. So I'm just trying to reduce as much damage as possible. I use my Vial there, and the Hodge goes out onto the druid, but he shifted it, so we weren't able to follow it up with anything. I kidney shot on the wall, so he can't free cast anything, and I go for the pillar again. I tell my paladin I have step kick, so I'm able to stop this chaos bolt, and I just go for one more re-stealth here. I don't have time to wait though, so I end up using Vanish instead. We have the Vendetta coming up here. I put out big damage. We get the Void Stone, but dampening's so deep I don't really care too much about it. My Paladin comes in, and we go for some offense, and we're pretty much able to go for a miracle kill here. He's got Bubble up, and I'm forced to cloak in a weird way here. I got to chase. Big plays coming out of my Paladin right now. He goes for a rep and gets the shift on the Druid and forces out the Trinket, so I'm able to blind the Trinket, and we get finishing damage here onto this Warlock. I call it that I have Trinket, so I tell my Paladin not to dispel me, and I'm able to score the kill right there with the big assistance of that damage from my Holy Paladin. That game was around 2200 MMR. That's where we're going to finish that. And I just want to hop into a couple cheesy clips here before I wrap this video up. Alright, this last clip, we're going to call it the bonus clip, is against a Windwalker and an Arcane Mage. And I'm going to be looking to run down the Windwalker with my Holy Paladin here. I get a sap out onto the Arcane Mage, and I pop everything and go on to the Monk. I call out that I'm going to need Bop here because I get Touch of Karma, and I bomb so that the Mage cannot spell steal it, and I will be able to remove it before he can take it from me. Then I follow the Monk into the room here. I use a Shadow Step. I keep putting out some damage, and he ports out right here. I know that the Mage wants to press Nova on me to gatekeep me from getting back, so I stop moving for a brief second there. And then I'm going to get back onto the Monk here, but I get polymorphed, and I have Relent, unfortunately. I should have probably just taken Trinket against this, because it would have been more useful in the short game. And we're able to deny the Monk from running away, and we get the kill there. Then the last thing I just want to show in this video is I get some really nice burst here at the end. I'm using DFA for fun in this game, but I wasn't able to use it on the kill there on the Monk. Just didn't work out in my rotation. Pretty nice burst, but in this game I was fully invested into like every talent. Subs definitely got some good burst, but overall it's way worse than Assassination. Even in a comp like this was a ret rogue game around 2100, but that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed these clips. I had a lot of fun making this video. Definitely feel more energetic towards making a video today, which is pretty cool. And just want to get you guys out a good video because I'm going to be away for this weekend. I'm going away to a anime convention. I'm pretty hyped about it. If you guys want to follow my adventures, I might say a couple things on Twitter. So go check out my Twitter, twitter.com/evasionx. And also go check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/evasionx. Special thanks to all my patrons, guys. And I'm going to be hopping into this stress test, I think, that's going on for Vanilla tonight. Check out a couple things. And we'll see you guys all soon. Thanks for watching.